Good afternoon sa ating mga viewers ng Road Full of Disaster program. Today is November 5. It's 12:02 in the afternoon. Yun po. Sa mga hindi po, sa ngayon lang po naka-tune in sa ating program, Road Full of Disaster is a program that nag-aano po ng topic ng related sa ating mga disasters like typhoon, floods, accidents, earthquake, volcanic eruptions, the like of that. And at the same time, it could be a double meaning. Pareha sa ating buhay, di ba? Sa ating buhay, marami po tayong problems na encountered, like problema sa ating mga sa negosyo, problema, personal things like mga love life, di ba? But at the end of the day, isa lang po ang keyword dyan. We are always resilient, di ba? Resilient po tayo. So, bago po tayo pumunta sa ating guest, we would like to show the kung ano po yung nangyari, the aftermath of Typhoon Tinyo. Pakita po natin yung pictures. Okay, so ganyan po ang nangyari, no? So, earlier, the damage caused by Typhoon Tino in Talisay City, Cebu, as of Tuesday morning, November 4, 2025. Communities were displaced by floodwaters at the mouth of Manyaga River along the city's side of the South Road properties. Residents living along the riverbank were preemptively evacuated. The Talisay Sports Academy initially housed 1,088 individuals from 262 households. Cebu Governor Pamela Baricuatro has signed Executive Order Number 68 that placed the province under a state of calamity. So nakita natin yung the extent of the damage, no, na brought about by Typhoon Tinyo. And at the same time, pakita po natin yung sa Joint Task Group Cebu, yung rescue group in Cebu. Yan po, Army troops of the Joint Task Group Cebu conducts rescue operations in Barangay Umapad, Mandaue City in Cebu. Several areas in Cebu are experiencing massive flooding due to heavy rainfall triggered by Typhoon Tinyo. Yan po, no? Napakagrabe. So dapat ano tayo, laging handa sa mga nangyayaring sakuna, no? So, and at the same time, very tragic, no? Pakita natin yung sa yung helicopter na nag-crash. Okay, so nagkaroon po ng this is Philippine Air Force helicopter deployed to conduct damage assessment following the onslaught of Typhoon Tino encountered an air mishap on Tuesday afternoon in Agusan del Sur. The aircraft was part of a flight of 4 helicopters that departed from Davao and was en route to Butuan City to conduct rapid damage assessments need analysis mission. So, just the bodies of 6 members of the 505th Search and Rescue Group, Philippine Air Force, who were killed in the crash of their UH-1H Super Huey helicopter at noon today. That was yesterday, no? While on humanitarian and disaster relief operation deployment have been recovered from the crash site. Their identities are being withheld pending notification of their families. Our deepest condolence to their family, colleagues, and loved one, and to, of course, sila po yung mga responders po, no? To our fellow brother responder. Our deepest condolences. Ngayon naman po ay makakasama po natin Okay. Ngayon naman po ay makakasama natin from the officers of the Alay Lakad Foundation, no? Kasama po natin. He's Honorary Consul General of the Republic of Serbia and at the same time the current National Chairman of the Committee of the Alay Lakad Foundation, Sir Joaquin Jackie Rodriguez.
Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. Good morning to everybody. We are here to speak about disasters that have been occurring all over the country, both self-perpetuated disasters and disasters caused by natural causes, such as typhoons, such as earthquakes, such as fires. Some of these are avoidable, others are not. But my compañero here has been absolutely correct in that we are a resilient people, and we have been facing disasters for as long as we can remember, and we still stand strong, we still stand proud, and we still stand for our country and for our neighbors and for our fellow citizens.
Okay. So, Sir Jackie, tell us about what is Alay Lakad Foundation all about?
Alay Lakad Foundation was set up sometime in 1983, I believe. It's now going on 53 years. And basically, it's a platform created by the First Lady at the time, Imelda Marcos Romualdez, who thought it a good way to promote the education of those that don't have the ability to meet the financial requirements for a good education. And they thought that basically organizing the walk day would open the eyes and focus the minds of the people on the ability to educate those that need our help.
Okay. So, may I just read the history that you
Yeah,
forwarded
please.
to me? Oh? Okay,
Yeah.
so that our viewers will know what is Alay Lakad, no, and how it began. So, Alay Lakad began in 1972 when the Department of Social Welfare and Development initiated a Walk for a Cause project in Metro Manila, launching it in cooperation with the Boy Scouts of the Philippines. In 1973, then First Lady Imelda Marcos launched the project nationwide with government agencies and the private sector joining in the walk. On May 27, 1974, the late President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. signed Presidential Proclamation Number 1267, which as Alay Lakad sa Kabataan Day. More executive acts were made to make the projects worthier and worthier. By that time, the membership of the Alay Lakad had expanded to include the Ministry of Education and Culture and Sports, now DepEd, Ministry of Local Government and Community Development, now the DILG, Armed Forces of the Philippines, AFP, and the National Media Center, now PIA, or the Philippine Information Agency, from the government sector. From the private sector were the JCI Philippines, Philippine JCs, Rotary International, Lions, and the Kiwanis Club, the Young Women's Christian Association, the Kapisanan ng mga Broadcasters sa Pilipinas, KBP, and the Philippine National Red Cross. On May 27, 1974, the late President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. signed Presidential Proclamation Number 1267, which declared every third Sunday of June each year as Alay Lakad para sa Kabataan Day. It enjoined all public and private agencies engaged in youth development to maximize their efforts to help create a society that aims to attain the full economic and social well-being of the country's underprivileged youth. Alay Lakad was registered at the Securities and Exchange Commission on December 9, 1975 as Alay Lakad Incorporated. President Corazon Aquino signed Proclamation Number 27, which superseded Presidential Decree 1267 declaring September 14 as Alay Lakad Day. Then move it to the first Sunday of September of every year through Proclamation number 289 with then President Fidel Ramos, a veteran Alay Lakad participants, change. On April 28, 1993, Alay Lakad to Alay Lakad Takbo to encourage jogging and running among the participants. He also showed his commitment to the cause by donating 1 million during the 1992 Alay Lakad to finance various livelihood projects for the benefit of the out-of-school youth affected by the Mount Pinatubo eruption. Ayan po. So it happened in it was created in 1972.
That is correct.
Yeah.
I stand corrected on that. But it was created on the ideas of First Lady Imelda Marcos.
Yes. So and it has Alay Lakad Day through a presidential proclamation.
Yes, and that's how important it is. Through Alay Lakad over the last 63 years, we've been able to produce and develop many students. Many of them have become professionals in their field. I believe the concept has developed over 50,000 students over time and continues to do so every year.
Okay. So when is this slated? Every September or
because of the times that have changed, it has now moved to November 23rd, which is forthcoming now in a few weeks. And it's now national, being conducted in Baguio, in Angeles, Pampanga, in Laguna, in Cavite, in Batangas, of course in Manila, and all over the country.
Yeah. Okay. So the date of the Alay Lakad has been moved to November 23. Am I right?
That's correct.
Due to several circumstances like the climate change because
Yes.
of the rains, no?
Yes.
We experienced typhoons during September, I think, no? So the date has been moved to November 23
Yes.
for the safety of the participants. Yan.
That is correct.
Ayan. So shown on the screen is the poster, November 23, 2025, 5 a.m. onwards at Quirino Grandstand. Yan. So those who want to participate may coordinate or they'll just go there.
You may just go there, or if you're in groups, you may want to coordinate with the Alay Lakad office, which will gladly coordinate with you the setting up of your facilities there. But you can just show up and join any group there. You'll be welcome.
Okay. Actually, I have been to Alay Lakad. I have participated Alay Lakad way back 1990s. And very maraming tao kasama. Even the LGUs, not only the non-government organization but LGUs all over Metro Manila participated in this Alay Lakad. And actually we have to walk before in starting from in PICC. We have to walk there. Then all of them will engage here in the Quirino Grandstand for the program. Yan. So marami yan. Very, almost, I think, 10,000 people participated during that time. So, before the pandemic. Yeah, because during the pandemic, I think the Alay Lakad stopped due to the pandemic, right?
Yes, that's correct. But we do get crowds sometimes of as many as 30,000 But we're expecting quite a heavy, large group the 23rd of November. But nationwide, if you count them all, we think over 2 million people will be walking all over the country this time.
Okay. So we have to encourage our youth and the other organizations to join the walk, right? So as of date, how many scholars have been
Have been developed by
yes,
Alay Lakad.
yes.
I believe it's reaching about 50,000 since its beginning. And we're planning to even make that even bigger.
Okay. So as for our viewers now, when you say scholar, what do you give? Financial or for the scholars? When you call them as scholars.
Yes, we give them allowances. Oftentimes, share their tuition, encourage them to hit the books, which is oftentimes we find ways to deliver to them.
Okay. So this is not a full scholar. This is I think allowance, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so that baka magkamali yung ano nila, full scholar. Right. Yun. So they're given allowance per semester ba, I think?
Yes.
Semester.
That's correct.
Okay. So yan. So they can apply through Alay Lakad if they want to have allowance, right? At what year ba? Do we specify what year or none?
I think when they apply, the committee studies the needs, and the years are taken into consideration. But usually it's during their graduation times.
So it is around third year or fourth
Yes.
year
Yes,
before they graduate. No?
Yes.
Okay. So sa mga ating viewers, no? So those who are financially incapable, they can inquire with Alay Lakad, no? So that they can facilitate like scholar allowance for them. Pandagdag, no? Yung pandagdag sa ng mga students. Yan. Okay. Aside from that, this is only once a year. I think the Alay Lakad is once a year.
Yes, it's once a year.
Okay. So this is in cooperation with different government and non-government organization.
Quite a few government associations and agencies, as well as the Department of Local Government, Department of Education, the AFP, the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, YMCA, YWCA, Kiwanis, Rotary Club, Lions Club. There's about 60 organizations behind this.
So this is a mix, no? Non-government organization and the government organization.
Absolutely, yeah.
Government
Tama yun,
offices.
tama yun.
Okay. So every year they walk from a certain starting point, then they emerge in Quirino Grandstand.
That's correct.
Okay. So how about the security of the participants?
We have full security there. There's never been a problem.
Okay, so there are security forces from the PNP
From the PFP.
and the armed forces.
Correct, that's correct.
Okay, so very much secured ang ating walk, no? So this may security details po from the PNP and the armed forces of the Philippines, and at the same time the LGUs that will host the venue, right?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. So, aside from that, tell us more about Alay Lakad.
Well, we have the master plan now of having a walk on that day in every single major city in the Philippines. We're working on that very heavily, and it's growing every year. We're hoping to finally succeed in the objective of making Alay Lakad the forum to awaken the country to the needs of the education that we need so badly for our country. Unrelentingly, we have been focused heavily on education for our children and increasing the levels and standards of education that the country needs so badly, and which is a necessity for the progress and awakening of our country. It will help us also in facing the disasters that we're constantly faced with and the difficulties of governance that sometimes affects the lives of everyone in our country.
Okay. So, very much is the mission and vision of Alay Lakad is focused on education.
That's correct.
Okay. So, aside from the walk, how do you sustain the expenses or the scholar grant?
Well, basically, we receive donations from concerned communities as well as business enterprises, other political and economic entities that have helped maintain it, and personal donations as well.
Okay. So, let's take a break first. Break po muna tayo dito. And we will be right back.
Nescafe Gold 21 coffee with herbal mix is specifically designed with selected ingredients.
The Federation of Filipino-Chinese Fire Rescue Emergency and Civic Association of the Philippines Foundation Inc. is an umbrella association of fire and rescue brigades. With its mission to help assist the general public and the government in disaster mitigation, response, and resilience programs. From a humble beginning of 6 fire rescue brigades, it now has 38 affiliated brigades in Metro Manila and nearby provinces. The association is not only concentrated on fire suppression and rescue operation but also conducts seminars and trainings on fire prevention, disaster preparedness, mitigation and other civic-oriented activities. During the height of pandemic conducted flushing and disinfection of streets, institutions, and barangays, turnover of face mask and face shield, alcohol and essentials to different areas. Together let us work towards a fire-safe and disaster-resilient nation. We are Federation.
Let us give a warm round of applause to Federation of Filipino-Chinese Fire Rescue Emergency and Civic Association of the Philippines, led by Mr. Rolly So.
The Federation of Filipino-Chinese Fire Rescue Emergency and Civic Association of the Philippines Foundation Inc. is an umbrella association of fire and rescue brigades. With its mission to help assist the general public and the government in disaster mitigation.
Okay, so we're back. You're watching Road Full of Disaster program, and ang topic po natin ngayon is Alay Lakad Foundation, what they do, ano po ang mission and vision, and when it is slated. Now, before we go to our guest again, pwede natin pakita yung yung Alay Lakad na video para ma-visualize ng ating mga viewers. Okay. So we're back, and this time we're with Mr. Ryan Calyanta from the Director of Alay Lakad and also from the Office of the Chief PNP, right? Yan.
Philippine National
Ryan,
Police.
yeah. Okay, Sir Ryan. Tell us more about Alay Lakad, no? So our viewers will understand ano po ba ang Alay Lakad.
Ayan po. So ang Alay Lakad po is a foundation that caters out of school youth and then ang underprivileged youth po natin. And then since 1972 nag-start po yan, hanggang ngayon ginagawa po natin. Last year nakapag-start po tayo through the effort of our National Committee Chairman Jackie Rodriguez ng Simultaneous Walk Nationwide. So nationwide po tayo, which is ang mga LGUs po nag-join. Andyan po ang Baguio City, andyan din po ang Cebu, Davao, andyan din po ang San Fernando, ang La Union, ang Pampanga, ang Cavite, gumawa din ng Batangas, meron din tayo sa Bicol and then sa Palawan. So, this coming November 23, magkakaroon din tayo ng simultaneous walk nationwide. With coordination din tayo sa LGUs, andyan na po ang Baguio. Ang host po natin ngayon ay Kiwanis International Philippine Luzon District headed by Governor Glenda Hopano and Governor Neil Espino, which is ang dami na po nating natulungan na scholars, 1,000 plus na po ever since 1972 pa po. And then thankful po kami, nakasama po namin si National Committee Chairman Jackie Rodriguez dahil ito po yung nagbukas sa buong Pilipinas ngayon na matulungan natin buong Pilipinas. Dati po kasi, concentrated lang po tayo sa NCR at nilagay lang po ito sa Manila, sa Quirino Grandstand po.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, matanong nga, kung paano nyo napipili yung mga nagiging head nung ano? I think every year yata nagpapalit, no? Paano ang selection yan?
Ganito po yan. Meron po tayong, syempre, committee for screening headed by Attorney Joe Redoblado, past district governor din po ng Kiwanis International Philippine Luzon District. So, ang criteria po niyan is, syempre, kailangan po, meron tayong certificate of indigency. Syempre, mataas po ang grades niya. Then, very eager to finish yung kurso. Then, sinisi-CI po namin sila kung talaga pong nararapat sila. May interview rin po. And then, kinukuhanan po namin ng registration forms para sa ating mga... At syempre po, gusto rin natin imbitahan lahat. Open po ang Alay Lakad Foundation Facebook page, and then pwede po sila pumasyal sa ating headquarters sa Lions Foundation Building sa may Arquisa Street sa may Malate po.
Okay. So, as mentioned before, no, yung I was talking with Sir Jackie, this is not a full scholarship, di ba? Parang, ano tawag doon? Allowance?
Yes.
Tama?
Bali yung program po natin, Raising Youth Allowances for Nurtured College Dreams. So, ang support po natin ngayon, nagbibigay po tayo ng allowances para po ma-sustain yung pag-aaral ng mga scholars natin. Which is, sa ngayon, ang daming projects, ang daming, syempre may transportation expenses, may mga, sila, kanya-kanyang kailangan para sa kanilang schooling. Then, ito po yung pumapasok ang Alay Lakad ngayon para masuportahan yung mga pangangailangan nila. Dahil scholar na po sila ng bayan, sinusupport po natin lalo na po yung mga nasa state universities and colleges.
Okay. So, the year as mentioned by Sir Jackie is from 3rd to 4th year, I think? Tama
Yes.
po ba?
Opo. Sa ngayon po, ang indicator po natin 3rd year and 4th year po. Then, siguro po by next year, mag-start po kami na full scholarship through giving allowances first year to 4th year na po.
Okay. So, any schools po ba to? Any schools? Or may
Yes
specific
po.
schools?
Dati po, kinikater lang po natin ng mga state universities and colleges. But then now, mag-open na po tayo sa mga, especially sa mga private. Kasi yun po yung challenge sa mga may scholars nga natin sila. Yung iba, nag-aaral, mataas ang grado. Bakit nahihinto? Kasi ang daming kailangang gastusin. Andyan yung Yun po, mga projects natin. Usually, syempre, baon, uniforms, kung ano-ano pa pong kailangan para masustain yung kanilang pag-aaral.
Okay. So parang kayo yung nagbibigay ng allowance.
Yes, opo.
Sort of. Yeah. So how is the allowance every sem, no?
Yes, per sem po ang pagbibigay niyan para po makolekta na nila before sila pumasok.
So ang college po ay different semester, I think. May 2 and 3, I think, no? So kung tri-sem, 3 beses.
Opo, 3 beses.
So pagka hindi ba lugi yung 2? Hindi, joke lang.
Hindi naman. Siyempre, depende po sa kurso yan and then sa colleges. Sa estudyante rin.
Kasi syempre yung iba 2 sems lang. So 2 sems na makukuha niya.
Opo. Usually ang state universities 2 sems lang po yan per year. Then yung mga tri-sems po yan na po yung mga private karamihan.
Okay, so even yung mga private pwedeng mag-apply.
Yes, magbubukas na po tayo sa private.
Okay, so yan po mga ating mga viewers, no? So for those who yung medyo tight ang budget natin sa ating pagpasok sa ating college, yan. Pwede po tayong makipag-coordinate sa Alay Lakad Foundation for the scholar allowance, no? Baka kasi ma-misinterpret nila full scholarship. So it's a scholar allowance for the student. Yan po. You can coordinate with Alay Lakad. Yan. Nandito po sila, ating mga officers. Yan po. So, aside from that, no, pakita natin yung sa pictures ng Alay Lakad. So, sige, next slide. Ayan. Ito yung campaign Raising Youth Allowance for Nurtured College. Full concept. Yan po. Okay, so ano po ang niyan? Maybe one of you can discuss that.
Yes. Ganito po yan. So, Raising Youth Allowances for Nurtured College Dreams. Sustainability ng pag-aaral. Nagbibigay po tayo ng allowance para sa natin, mga kolehiyo natin. So, kami naman po, ang Alay Lakad, naghahanap po ng syempre ng sponsors upang masustain po yung matulungan po natin ang mga kababayan natin, underprivileged youth, out of school youth, ituloy yung kanilang pag-aaral. So per sem po yung pagbibigay niyan, mayroon po tayong cost diyan na 5,000 po yung per sem natin. So kami po ay humihingi ng tulong sa inyong lahat na sa mga companies natin diyan, mga fortunate companies natin diyan na supportahan niyo po ang Alay Lakad. Hindi lang po ito nakakatulong sa estudyante, kundi makakabuo tayo ng nation building, then napopromote din po natin ng peace. Yan po yung advocacy ng Alay Lakad Foundation.
So, as you mentioned, pwedeng maging CSR ng mga
Yes,
corporations, no?
ganun po.
So, yun po, sa mga corporations na naghahanap ng CSR, you can be partners with the Alay Lakad Foundation. Yan. Next slide. Ayan, ito po mga officers. Mention nyo na lang po, sir.
Ayan po ang ating Chairman Emeritus, ang ating founder, si Honorable Imelda Romualdez Marcos po. Siyempre po ang ating Honorary Chairman, ang Secretary of Education, si Honorable Secretary Sani Angara. Ang co-chairman po natin, lagi ding tumutulong, si Honorable John B. Cremulya Jr., ang ating SILG, Secretary of Interior and Local Government. Siyempre, ang ating National Committee Chairman, si Governor Jackie Rodriguez. And then, ang ating Chairperson, si Governor Glenn Dahupano from Kiwanis International Philippine Luzon District. Ang partner po niya dyan, si Governor Neil Espino. Andyan din po ang Board of Directors, ang President po namin, si President John C. Andyan po si Legal, Attorney Jose Redoblado, Ryan Calyanta, ako po yun. Then, Director John Gidutong, Augusto Chua, Jack Ku, Elmer Francis Passion, Director Rolly So, ikaw po yun, sir.
Ako
And
ba
then
yun?
si
Kapangalan ko?
Director Anson Ong, Director Teruko Haga, Director Season Pua, Director Pilimon Tutika, Director Richard Agbayani, Director Jeric C., Director Peter Mangasing, Director Neriza Liena, and Director Sheena Santiago. So, ganito po yan. Ang Alay Lakad, binubuo po yan ng mga establishment and organizations. Pero, syempre, ever since 1972, partner na po natin dyan ng Girl Scout, Boy Scout, YMCA, YWCA, ang Junior Chamber International Philippines o JCI. Andyan din po ang Lions International. Siyempre, hindi mawawala ang Rotary International. And then ang Kiwanis International, which is ang ating host po ngayon.
Okay. So, next slide. Ayan, yung history na sabi na kanina, no? Next slide. Next. Ayan po. Sabi, together we can make a difference. Together we can empower the next generation. Together, let's walk toward a brighter future with Alay Lakad. So, join and participate the Alay Lakad Walk and support it. Next slide. Ayan po. How you can help. Sir?
Yes, sir. How you can help? Participate in our walkathon this coming November 23 sa Quirino Grandstand. Or kung gusto nyo sa mga regions naman, meron po tayo sa iba't ibang LGUs na pwede po tayong mag-join doon sa kanilang cities or municipalities. So pwede rin po mag-donate every best account or volunteer your time, become a sponsor. Syempre po kailangan natin ng volunteer para po ma-maximize natin yung time, talent, and treasures ng kanya-kanya, matulungan natin yung ating kabataan. So together we can empower future leaders.
Okay. So, next slide. Why does it matters?
Bob Jackie, why it matters?
It matters a lot for everybody because education is the doorway to a good life and a good country and good people. It also opens opportunities for those that need those opportunities badly. It also promotes peace and order. It also empowers future leaders of our country and our economic structure and agricultural structure. Education through Alay Lakad also helps in economic stability, and is the SGG for education. There's countless ways that Alay Lakad helps our country, helps our children in building up the educational foundation that is so badly needed, and unrelentingly in the way of life we have, education is primordial.
Okay. Next slide.
Anyway, what we can do as citizens of our country is have an annual walkathon fundraising in your areas. If you find that comfortable for you, you can choose the date, but we prefer the date of the national movement emanating from the Luneta Park. We also encourage scholarship and educational materials that can be raised for those that need it, and skills training programs and membership and career guidance, as well as the support of your communities and your local government units.
Okay. Next slide. The challenges faced by the Alay Lakad.
Yes.
Okay.
Of course, imagine a young person full of potential but facing barriers. So lack of school resources, proper books, missing basic needs. This is where Alay Lakad steps in. That's why we support Alay Lakad Foundation for our out-of-school youth and underprivileged youth to continue their educations.
Okay. Meron pa bang slide? Wala na. Okay. So, when is the Alay Lakad slated again for our viewers? Sir Jackie?
November 23rd. It's slated for November 23rd, and we encourage people to be there really early in the morning. Rise up early on that day, be there at least 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock or 5 a.m.?
Ang meeting place formation.
So, they should be there by 5 a.m.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so how, for those who wants to participate, no, how do they contact the Alay Lakad?
Our Facebook page. through our Facebook page. You can reach us through our Facebook page, Alay Lakad Foundation official page. We also have YouTube channel. We also have Instagram account, and we also have LinkedIn account. Then we also have TikTok. Yan po. So madami po tayong ways para makontak ang Alay Lakad Foundation. Ang aming headquarters sa Lions Foundation Building, nasa Arquisa Street sa may Malate, Manila.
Okay. So if I, let's say, if I'm a ordinary citizen na narinig ko, ay may Alay Lakad, and I want to donate, pwede ba on that day?
Yes, tumatanggap po tayo on that day po.
Okay. So on that day, I can give my donation to
Opo.
Alay Lakad. So it will be on November 23, Sunday,
Sunday po.
at Quirino Grandstand. So what if may mga ibang grupo na gusto sumama, they have to register or they just go there?
Yes, kailangan po makipag-coordinate sila sa atin sa Alay Lakad Foundation. Babanggitin ko na rin po para po sa laman ng lahat, ang Alay Lakad Foundation po ay suportado ng ating Armed Forces of the Philippines, Philippine Navy, Philippine Army, Philippine Air Force. Andyan din po ang tumutulong para sa peace and order and security, ang Philippine National Police natin, ng Manila Police District, na talagang making sure na safe and secure ang ating mga participants during the Alay Lakad Walk for a Cause natin. Siyempre, hindi rin mawawala ang Red Cross, ang ParkNet, ang iba't ibang agencies, ang Fraternal Order of Eagles, nandiyan din po ang Hinirang Region, dyan din po ang Magiting Region namin. And then, kasama din po ang mga ACRO at saka iba't ibang LGUs. And then, andyan din po syempre, hindi mawawala ang DepEd. Andyan din po ang DOH, ang PRs, Philippine Red Cross. And then, at iba't ibang government agencies na sumusuporta sa Alay Lakad Foundation. Celebration po tayo. Ito po ay 53rd anniversary po ng Alay Lakad. Thank you.
Okay. So, matagal na, no? 1972 53 years na. So, matanong nga, paano po ang yung hosting niyan, yung head? Paano po ang ikot ng mga heads? Paano yung, kunyari, this year, sino yung mag-host? Next year, sino yung mag-host? Paano yung, may selection po ba yan? Or usap-usap lang?
Yes, bali ganito yan. May arrangement po yan kung sino po yung susunod na mag-host. So ngayon, last year po, ang host natin ay Rotary International. Then, meron din po tayong ngayong Kiwanis International Philippine Luzon District. So kung sino po yung line-up na susunod, yun po yung ito-turn over po natin yung hosting. So ulitin ko po, ang bumubuo po nito, nandyan po ang Girl Scout, Boy Scout, YMCA, YWCA of the Philippines, Kiwanis International Philippine Luzon District, Rotary International, JCI Philippines, Lions International. Andyan din po ang Philippine National Police, ang Armed Forces of the Philippines. Andyan din po ang Philippine Red Cross, ang DepEd, syempre ang ating DILG, tumutulong, ang ating mga LGUs. Andyan din po yung iba't ibang organizations and fraternities gaya ng ACRO at saka the Fraternal Order of Eagles. Ang ParkNet po, or mga radio group natin, ang force multipliers natin, tumutulong din po. So, welcome po lahat ng organization na mag-host. Inaayos na lang po natin kung sino yung susunod
Okay.
sa kanilang leaders.
Sir Ryan or Sir, when they want to participate, what do they need to bring or ano po ang dapat nilang dalhin during the walk?
Well, basically, they should just come in their sports outfits, rubber shoes, of course, and just be very casual. It's really sending a message while having a lot of fun during that day.
So, is it allowed to bring bottled water?
Mahigpit po tayo ngayon, so pinagbabawal po yun. Meron po tayong mga water station po. Then sa bag po, kung magdadala po sila ng bag, at least transparent po. Or mas maganda, dalhin lang po nila yung kanilang cellphones and wallets para po at least hindi po tayo sa safety and security.
Okay, so just to remind our viewers, no, bawal magdala ng bag.
Yes,
If-
or pwede, or if hindi transparent.
It should be transparent. And at the same time, kunyari, uhaw ako, gusto ko may dalang tubig, bawal.
Pwede naman po, basta at least manageable po yun. At, kasi po, hindi bawal po magkalat sa ating area.
Tapos, food,
May
how
water
about...
station po tayo.
So may mga water stations. They will be provided for free. Okay, how about yung, siyempre, nagugutom ako after the walk. Nagdala ako ng snack. Pwede yun.
Pwede po yan. Per organization po yun. Opo.
So,
Pwede
it
sila
is,
magbaon per organization.
so ano na po yun? Preparations ng mga
Yes.
organizing groups
Opo.
for their participants. Okay. How about umbrella? Kung biglang umulan, may
Ayan
dala
po,
ako.
opo. Pwede po tayo magdala ng umbrella just in case inclement weather po.
Okay.
But
hindi.
then, nakasad naman po na magandang weather sa November 23. Huwag niyo pong kalimutan, November 23. Athletic uniform po, mas maganda showcase niyo po yung LO shirts or yung uniform ng bawat organization po.
Okay, so very clear no sa ating mga viewers. Those who want to join the Alay Lakad on November 23, you can contact or coordinate the Alay Lakad Foundation. And at the same time, for those participating, magdala po ng bag transparent, no? So, tapos I think yung water is for a certain amount lang, no? Hindi pwede yung sobrang dami. Yeah, that could cause pwedeng gamitin sa masamang intention. So, yun. So, bring a transparent bag. Pag wala pong transparent bag, wag na po magdala. Tama? So, how about gusto ko magdala ng extra shirt? Siyempre, mapapagod ako. Pwede. Basta transparent bag ang gagamitin. Okay, that is for the safety and security of all the participants. No? So, yun po. Coming from the Alay Lakad, just bring whatever yung necessity lang. Huwag na po tayo magdala ng mga other things which are not necessity. Di ba? Para at least para sa security rin ng ating mga participants. Yan.
And so, Director Rolly, gusto ko lang i-congratulate yung gagraduate ngayon sa Ateneo School of Government this coming November 16. Kasama po ako doon. Ang mga kumukuha po ng Masters in Public Management sa Ateneo School of Government. So, congratulations po sa inyong lahat.
So, congratulations sa mga graduates ng scholar allowance ng ating Alay Lakad Foundation, no? So, bago po tayo alam naman po natin na yun nga, kanina pinakita natin yung mga photos in the typhoon streak na sa Cebu, no? Yung mga nangyari, no? Magbigay po muna tayo ng safety tips sa ating mga viewers before, during, and after what to do. Tech, pakita natin yung safety tips. Before a typhoon, ano po dapat natin gawin? Yan, read the newspaper, monitor sa balita para sa abiso pag warning na sa panahon. Yan. Tapos, mag-prepare ng go bag. Yan. Mag-prepare ng possible brownout. I-charge na po ang mga cellphone natin or rechargeable light. Mag-prepare din ng mga water supply, water and food. Yan. Yung mga designate evacuation center po ay dapat alam po natin, no? So, dapat coordinated with the barangay. So, alam po natin kung saan pupunta when the warning says na time to evacuate, alam po natin saan pupunta. Yan. How about during? Next slide. During, yan po, maging kalmado lang po sa loob ng bahay natin. Lumayo po sa mga bintana at glass na pwedeng mabasag, no? Para hindi po tayo ma-injured. Kung malakas po ang kumikidlat or there's a lightning, you can switch off the electricity and the water meter para pag nag-evacuate po kayo ay naka-off na siya. Ngayon, nagmo-monitor tayo sa TV or news. Ready na po natin yung ating mga flashlight, emergency light, whistle. Yan. Yan po, And how about after? Next slide. Yan, next slide is after typhoon, wag po tayong lumapit sa mga puno or electrical pole na pwedeng bumagsak or maputol, no? Wag na po nating gamitin ang mga extension cord kung or yung mga appliance na nabasa. Kasi pag saksak mo yun, ma-electrocute, di ba? Or magkaroon ng electrocute. After ay inspectionin po natin ang ating gusali, ang bahay natin kung for mga nasira, di ba? Yan. And of course, yun, bago tayo bumalik sa ating bahay, check for safety ng ating structure. Yan po ang ating typhoon preparedness tip for our viewers. Now back to our guests. And we have only 5 minutes left, so can we have a parting message for our viewers?
First of all, thank you very much sa pag-imbita niyo sa amin dito at nakabigay kami ng magandang talakayan tungkol sa mga nangingailangan sa edukasyon natin. I'm looking forward to inviting all of you to the Alay Lakad Day on November 23rd. This is nationwide, which we started last year. Today, ginaganap na yan sa over 25 cities nationwide, and we hope that it will be totally covered in the years to come. Thank you very much for inviting us here today, and we really enjoyed this opportunity to exchange ideas with each other. Thank you.
Sir
Thank you,
Ryan?
Director Roddy, for inviting us here. So let us support Alay Lakad Foundation, raising youth awareness on natural calamities, and then raising youth allowances for nurtured college dreams. Thank you so much.
Okay. So, sa ating mga viewers, always, ang Alay Lakad Foundation is slated on November 23. It's a Sunday, 5 a.m. Then, ano sila, di ba?
Yes.
Magsasalubong sa Quirino Grandstand.
Quirino Grandstand.
Yan. And, yun nga, bago tayo magtapos, sabi nga ni Stephen Cryos, when disaster strikes, the time to prepare has passed. So, on behalf of my partner, Mimosa Panlaki, ako po si Rolly So, ang inyong host for the program Road Full of Disaster. So, see you again on our next episode. Bye-bye!